Hi everyone, we're live. I'm here with Anthony and Mandee. Now, I'm going to try not to mess up your surname. Is it Caimano?
It's close. It's Caimano.
Okay.
Yeah.
Italian?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, that's the only way it is. Mine's Chilla. My surname is pronounced Killa, so yeah.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I butchered it like 100 times.
Everyone does. They spell it like CHILLER or however, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Anthony and Mandee are creators of Friday the 13th Blood Loss and also Killer Pizza. Some films that are now running on Indiegogo where you can go on and donate and get some awesome perks. I've done it myself and I've got some more coming. We also have with us some cast and crew, I guess, from both films.
Yeah. Yep.
So we have Kristina Lafser. Did I get that right?
You got it right.
Mark Brubaker and Tom Glynn. How are you all?
Good,
brother.
Good day.
G'day.
Good day.
I know the accent's pretty.
Yeah, well, like that hat.
So Anthony, just want to give us a rundown about what the film's about and what obviously because you guys must be big fans of Friday the 13th, and what gave you the idea to because I don't know if it works the same there, but here in Australia, if you do a fan film, you actually can't make any money from it. The money you raise from the crowdfunder you can use to pay cast and crew, but when you do ticket sales, you can't actually make any money from it yourself. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's the exact same here. So we don't own the IP. I don't own the rights to Jason Voorhees or Friday the 13th or any of that stuff. It's just a fan film, which means that we're doing it for the passion just because we like the franchise and want to have fun making it. We can't monetize the film in any way. So like you said, we can't have it in theaters and make a bunch of money off tickets or have it on a cool streaming service or anything like that. You know, if it's on YouTube, we're not supposed to monetize the video or anything. So all the money that's raised for that campaign goes towards the production of the film. So equipment, feeding the cast, location fees, insurance fees, you know, and perks, of course, the perks for the backers and so forth. But yeah, no, we can't monetize that or profit from the movie.
And does so some of the money for the crowdfunder that goes towards obviously creating the perks and getting them ready, but you can put that towards a charity, can't you? The money that you raise from the ticket sales, is that correct?
I suppose you could. I mean, we really need all the funds that we can get. Most of the money that we raised from that campaign went towards not just perks, but you know, we've done the free raffle nights for the backers.
Yeah, okay.
So most of our money has honestly gone towards freebies for people that donate. So if you donate for a T-shirt towards, you know, you put some money towards the T-shirt, we end up giving you that T-shirt, but then we put you in free raffle nights too. And then you might win a blanket or a Michael Myers mask or a lunchbox or something, and then we have to pay for that, and then we have to pay to ship it all to you. And so that's where most of our money went for the Blood Loss campaign.
And it's not cheap to ship where I am either. I appreciate you sending over the machete as well. That was
it's very expensive.
Yeah.
You know, I sent a mug to Australia once, and it was I think $69 or something like that for a mug. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, no, we've shipped it to we shipped to Sweden once. It was $60-something for a cup and something else. We shipped to Australia. It's about the same price, so it's definitely not cheap.
Yeah, okay. And Mandee, what's your obviously your role in Friday the 13th, and you've also got your new film as well, yeah?
He's asking what your role is in Blood Loss and in the Killer Pizza.
With Blood Loss, I'm co-director, and co-writer.
She's a co-director in Blood Loss. She did the makeup for it, co-writer, in Killer Pizza.
I'm going to be the director. I've written it. My daughter was actually the one who came up with the idea and asked us about a year ago to actually make the film, and I said, why not? So I wrote the script, and I'm the director, and I'm doing all the fancy art for it.
And are they both feature films?
Yeah, yep. Both are full-length feature films. Blood Loss is a straight-up horror film. Killer Pizza is a horror comedy film. But yeah, both feature-length films. You just probably speak up just a little bit so I can hear you. Is she a little bit quiet on that end?
Well, the mic's over that way.
Yeah. So just if you could just speak up a little bit, they'll be able to hear you better.
I got a yellow for you.
And Kristina, what's your role in either one or both the projects?
In Blood Loss, I am one of the associate producers as well as a voice role. And then in Killer Pizza, I have an acting role as of now. And I think that's probably about it.
And what made you or drew you to the roles in both films? Obviously, you like working with Anthony and Mandee. So
I absolutely love them, and I love their freebie raffles that they do. And when I saw about Killer Pizza, I was super excited because my daughter absolutely loves pizza. And I was like, why not? Why not? Because it just sounded like it's going to be such a fun film. So.
And so obviously, so Anthony, Killer Pizza, what is it? From what I read, it's about a pizza that kills someone. Is that correct? I know you probably don't want to give too much away, but
He's asking about the basic plot for Killer Pizza.
The basic plot.
Yeah. Do you want to speak up a little bit? Here, you tell him.
Okay, with Killer Pizza, Tony is the owner of a rundown pizza shop that is drowning in debt to the local mafia. And there's a bit of a twist to it and everything where Tony's murdered and he comes back as a pizza.
nice. Comes back as a pizza.
That's our Tom. We're going to kill Tom and he's going to come back as a pizza.
Nice.
So have you got your
Not my first time to be killed on film by a wide margin.
have you got your pizza outfit ready and the box to fit in, or
I'm letting them take care of all that.
This is the pizza box.
it doesn't look like Tom's going to fit in that.
Yep,
It's going to be snug.
we're going to make it work.
So Mark, what's your role on either film?
Well, I'm new to these guys, but the project so intrigued me. I love horror comedy. It doesn't get any better than that. When I saw that project, I thought, I'm going to sign up. I haven't been in much film work. I've done stage work locally and been in some films. But again, things like Wednesday, that series, Addams Family, I've loved that from when I was a kid. Anything that's got this kind of talent in it. And I saw the people who were drawn to this, it even made me more excited to be there. So, and I signed up I signed up initially for a voice. I'm a voice actor primarily. And I signed up for that, but I thought, you know what, I'm going to go for it. I'd like to get a speaking role and just have a lot of fun. It just seems like a lot of fun to me.
Did you do any of the voiceovers for the promos on Indiegogo?
No, I have not.
No. Okay. So I know we've got a lot of people here, so you can't put horror and comedy together, but I suppose if it works to an extent, you can, because I've seen a few horror comedies, and I guess they either take one to the extreme.
That's true.
Or they try to compensate by making both not as good. How do you feel it works? Horror and comedy work together?
Oh,
I'll jump in on that one because the thing I'm best known for is Creep Show.
yeah.
And really what I did on there is really a pretty good blend of horror and comedy. That's what drew me to the project when Mandee approached me about it. And I really think it's good. I love the premise of it. I think it just looks fun. But I think if you do it properly, horror and comedy just
It's going to be a great.
If you think
film.
if you think of the best, you think of the best of some of this stuff, Hitchcock, because really, even with all the horror, there was some twists in there. They're like, I could laugh at some of that. Okay.
And so, Tom, with Creepshow, when did you do that? I haven't had a full chance to be able to look you up properly yet. That's all.
That's no problem. I would say about 4 years ago, I was, what would you call it? Sorry, my girlfriend is distracting me. I was the lead monster in the Creepshow Holiday Special. Here's the premise, because if you want to talk about horror and comedy, I am evil Santa who kills werewolves. with my Satan claws.
Yeah.
Ah. And where can people watch that? Is it on any streaming
That's
platforms?
streaming on Shudder. It's also out on DVD and video on demand. But that's really what kind of got me that jump start in the horror community.
Is it on Tubi or anything like that, or just Shudder?
Mostly with Shudder. I think you can buy it off. You could probably buy it off Amazon Prime or things like that.
Okay, and you do this full time as well, Tom?
I consider myself a working actor. Yes.
Okay. And obviously, Mark, you do it. Obviously, your theatre. Do you do that full time? Oh, looks like we've lost Mark for a second. So, Anthony, obviously, you and Mandee, you guys would like to do this full time, or do you do it full time?
We do this full time.
Okay.
It's definitely a full-time job.
Yeah, Indiegogo is a full-time job, and we have 2 of them right now. So it's a lot of work. People don't realize how much goes into it, and it's daunting, you know.
It's continuous around the clock too, especially because
Yeah.
a lot of and everything are in different time zones, and especially like with you reaching out to me like, you want to do an interview? I'm in Australia. I'm like, okay, let's try this.
Yeah, well, I got my first AD for a version flying in from California, so if it goes ahead, that should be good. He's done.
It's a around the clock job for us and everything, because we have people reaching out to us at all hours, and it's like, and you have to stay on top of it and answer everything.
Constantly promoting, updating graphics, making promo videos. Right now, I'm working on a new teaser for Blood Loss, so I have to have that done. We're casting for the films and going over roles, and now I have to do the remote acting roles, which Anthony is. Anthony, I don't think mentioned that he's part of Blood Loss too, so he's a co-producer on it, and you're doing a remote acting role. So we'll be going over those remote acting roles and getting those together and doing the voiceover roles, and it's just constant stuff going on. We just got all the music together for Blood Loss. So it's just always something going on.
And are you updating the trailers yourself for the?
Yeah, we do
campaign?
all that. So like I filmed everything. I was the cinematographer, editing all the footage, color grading, doing all the stuff for posts. So it's a lot of work.
And so with the actors that are here, how do you obviously approach them to get them on the film? Because one of the problems we have here is in Perth, for example, we don't have any like names or semi-name actors that we could put on. Like we don't have someone like Tom that we could put on a film. We've got Miles Pollard. His claim is sort of that he was in Wolverine, but he's sort of chopping the log. He's chatting to Hugh Jackman. That's about the extent of it. There is Sam Worthington and Jai Courtney, but they're all over in Hollywood now. So for me to get someone, it would have to be from the eastern states. But then you've got obviously the flights, accommodation, all the rates. How do you reach out to these actors and get them on board your projects?
It's always different. Sometimes they come to us, and other times we go to them. So it just depends. Each actor is a little bit different. So, and some of the actors that are attached to Killer Pizza found us through the Indiegogo campaign. Others knew us before we launched it. I don't know if you knew Walter Phelan's attached to the project too. He was Dr. Satan in House of a Thousand Corpses and Devil Jacks, and I was just a fan of his, so I reached out to him and asked him if he was interested in being a part of it. So it's always different, it just depends.
Walter wants to be involved more too. He's an actual because he's an effects artist and puppeteer.
Yeah, right.
So we're really excited to be able to have him attached to the project.
And obviously, so I take it the actors, are they on a day rate, or do they give you through the union, or how does it work as far as that sort of thing goes?
It's all non-union. I mean, the fan film couldn't be SAG anyway, but Killer Pizza's non-union, and so it's always different. It's kind of different for each person. And
Kristina, do you obviously negotiate with Anthony and Mandee before you go on, or do they just say this is what we've got, and you're happy to jump on board?
Yeah, I mean, usually anybody who's reached out to me directly, I'm all like, I'm in.
Okay.
Especially Anthony and Mandee, they're fabulous. I love them. So.
And I think that goes for you and Mark, for you as well, Mark and Tom.
Yeah, well, they've been just marvelous. Anthony and Mandee have answered everything, and as soon as I saw the project, like I said, it was intriguing to me, and it's like, you know what, I'm going to try this, and I every day it's more exciting. I like I said, I love the genre, and the more I saw the people who are able to become involved, the better, the more excited I am. So yeah, people like Tom Glynn, I mean, it's holy crap.
Oh, thank you, brother.
No, really, I mean it, man. It just, I love it, and I'm a non-union actor. I mean, I'm not a SAG actor. So,
and what about yourself, Tom? You just
okay.
jumped on when they reached out to you?
Mandee reached out to me. We talked back and forth a little bit about the project, and again, like I said, it just sounds like so much fun. I love the genre.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm genuinely excited, but it just looks like so much fun. And you see, everybody talks about small movies, but you never know what's going to be that thing that hits.
Exactly.
Like Terrifier. I always use Terrifier as the example. The budget of that was next to nothing. Then all of a sudden that thing turned into a franchise.
That's true. And that's how we met, actually.
Oh, wow. Cool.
That is actually how I met.
Awesome.
I was doing
Nice.
an autograph signing at a convention, and she was there with her company, working at a marketplace.
Mhm.
We kind of hit it off. So here we are.
That's great.
At HorrorCon, yeah, like a tiny little HorrorCon in
Yeah.
Hampton Roads, Virginia. And so
Oh,
we
yeah.
met each other. And yeah, that's how we are now.
Yeah, nice.
Excellent.
So, and what about travel? Do you guys live far from where you're actually filming?
I'll be doing a little bit of travel. I live in Florida in the United States. So it'll be a little bit of travel for me.
And I'm upstate New York. It's maybe a 4-hour trip, depending on where they're filming. In Rochester, you said Rochester, Buffalo. It's not that hard.
Yeah.
It's
See,
a
Mark's
day
in good
trip.
shape.
Yeah.
What about yourself, Kristina?
I'm in St. Louis, Missouri,
Oh, okay.
but I actually have a remote role on this film, so
Yeah.
I don't have to really travel for this one. Although I could, but fortunately I don't have to for this.
Yeah, Anthony, I don't know how my remote role is going to go. If it doesn't meet it, you can cut it at the editing floor. All right. I'm not. I've done some acting, but I try not to. I try to stay on the other side of the camera now. Just,
No, you'll be great, I'm sure.
because
I think
the
you'll be
lenses
fabulous.
aren't quite wide enough for me either. So mine's more relaxed muscle than anything else. So, but,
I want to jump on with one thing before I forget this. Pam Taylor is another one of the actors in the movie.
Oh, yeah.
She's actually a real life friend of mine, and
Oh,
she was
wow.
actually doing stand-up comedy tonight. She wanted to send her regards, and she
Yep.
wished she could be here.
yeah, that's all right.
Yeah.
No worries. So-
Mhm.
okay, so she does that as well as filmmaking.
Yeah, Tam's very talented.
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
done
right.
that myself. I had a stand-up role for a while, and I've tried everything. Man, you just got to do everything.
And so how do you, Mark? How do you find going from theatre into film? Because
You know,
obviously theatre,
It's different.
don't-
It's definitely different. Yeah.
you don't have the security of going back to a script to check. Obviously,
No,
if you're
you-
going to get your lines wrong. So
No, well, you don't. You just have to know your lines, and
yeah,
you're right. On stage, you've got help, and I've certainly had taken advantage of that in circumstances. But no, I'm comfortable. I like film a little bit more than stage. I just do. They're both exciting. It's just fun to be in front of an audience and to know that you're connecting with them, no matter whether it's on a piece of film or live. I don't really care.
nice. And Anthony, do you give you guys, your actors, like not improv as such, but time to go away and develop the character themselves, or do you have a specific way that you want them to play the character according to how they're written?
I think the best way to do it is to let them kind of come up with an idea on their own and let them try that first, and then go from there. So if they, I think that they imagine the character a certain way, so they approach it, and then, I think that if you don't allow them to do that, then you kind of miss out on something. You know,
I like it. I like to think of it as a collaboration.
Yes.
I may have my ideas about the character, may be
Exactly.
the director may have their ideas, and hopefully we meet somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the best.
It makes it
Yeah,
seem more
good.
natural that way.
Well, it
Yeah.
does. Yeah. It
That's
does.
what we try to do with ours. We'll give them we'll send them the sides, get the auditions done, and then probably about a month or so out, we'll just say, here's the script. You go away, develop the character to the best of how you think you would play it, and then obviously the director will make the tweaks on set or during auditions. And I think it's a lot better than just going straight robotic from the script.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you can tell when people look like they're reading from the script, or if they're not, the acting isn't coming through true to the screen because they're just doing what's in front of them. So
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
I'm lucky. I've gotten different opportunities. I've worked on bigger budget things where it was very clearly you do it the way we're telling you, and just that's it.
Right.
Like last week, I was working on a movie for Tubi. The director I have a good relationship with, the lead I have a good relationship with, and it was a lot of, well, let's try this or just throw this in. It was a lot of improv, and it's just it's more fun when you get your interpretation involved.
yeah. All right, guys, I'm not going to keep you too much longer, but I'm just going to share the Indiegogo at the moment for Killer Pizza, just so people can jump on and see what it's like. So I'm going to share the screen quickly. So everyone, this is the Indiegogo campaign for Killer Pizza.
Oh my God!
Look at that.
Oh yeah.
Killer
And it looks like you guys are doing pretty well.
on Indiegogo. Oh my God, it is doing well.
Oh, we're just getting started. Just getting started.
Just getting started.
So did you purposely set your target at that, or because some of the people I've spoken to about Indiegogo, they say you want to raise $20,000, you
Here's
set the
the
target
pizza.
half of that, or is that the target you had in mind, and work with it from there?
I think that the best thing to do is to set a goal that you know that you can hit within 30 to 60 days or however long you set your campaign for. So I knew that we could reach $3,000 and that would set the campaign in demand. So once it goes in demand, it stays active indefinitely. So then we can raise the additional funds that we need to actually film.
Oh, I see you. Look at you. Oh, yeah.
Oh, Tom Glynn, look at that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
In case you want to see the Santa, that was it up there at Kringle.
That's what
Yeah.
got me.
Yeah.
It got me
It worked.
And
somehow.
And in demand, how long do you leave it in demand for? Oh, you got Al Burke on there as well. Cool.
Al Burke,
Al Burke,
Burke is in the
Yes,
wedding.
I saw him too. Oh, nice.
Oh my God. Yeah, we just, we need to keep raising money so that we can actually get the film made.
That's Tam.
Can't make a very good film with only $13,000. I mean, it sounds like a lot of money to some people, but it goes
it's
quick on
not.
a film like this. Yeah,
Right, it's
Yeah.
not.
you really have to raise the money to get everything that you need. Hopefully we can reach. We're hoping to raise 30 by the end of the month. We'll see how well it does, and just go from there. But we just have to leave it active as long as we're raising the funds that we need to make the movie, and we still have some time before we go into production. So there's still time for all the viewers out there to go to the campaign right now and donate. Get yourself a t-shirt.
So what's the difference between a stretch goal and in demand?
So once you reach whatever goal you set on the campaign, you have the option to opt into going in demand. So once you go in demand, what that means is the campaign stays active indefinitely as long as people are still interested in donating to the campaign. Now, a stretch goal is something that you kind of set for the sake of the backers, where you say, okay, we reached that goal. You helped us get there. Now, if we can raise a little bit more money, we'll be able to do even more with the film. So more kill scenes, better effects. We can film for longer, so we have more time to work things out and get the best takes, and maybe have a stunt pizza. We'll get the main
Yeah.
pizza and then a stunt pizza.
Yeah, need a few of those pizzas made.
Right. So that's all. Maybe we can get Tom to hang out with us for a little bit longer and work on the film. It's just it depends on what we're able to raise from it.
And you got a lot of backers. You're 86 backers. So here it says 21,600, but that's in our money. So it looks like you've raised a lot more money than obviously it shows over there. So
It's just over 14,000
It's
American.
less.
Yeah, so that's the conversion rate because I've got it here in Australian dollars. So
Right.
yeah, so it's come up as 21,659 Australian. So
Hey,
because a
man,
lot of
that
people,
sounds better to me.
I know. I was about to say, it's like,
Yeah.
let's go Australia.
a lot of people look at that and go to me, "Oh, how did they get from 4.5 to 21?" I said, "That's Aussie dollars." I said, "You got to do the conversion back." I mean, it's still 13 grand, still decent, but
Yeah.
and that's one of the big things over here is they look at it and they're like, "Oh, they're raising so much money," but they don't take into account the exchange rate either. So
Yeah, and plus Indiegogo takes a percentage, and then
yeah,
on top of that, they hold on to some of the money because if somebody in a couple weeks from now wants to get a refund, they have that money to refund them for whatever perk it is that they signed up for.
Right.
So we don't actually have
That full amount.
14,000. Then out of whatever amount we get, we have to fulfill all the perks for the backers, and then whatever's left,
It's what
then we
use
have
for that and
yeah, right. Then we have
after.
that money for the movie.
I'm just
So we're
looking
just
at
trying to
Friday.
raise more.
Right.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And so, do you have obviously private investors as well, or are you all just relying just on crowdfunding?
This is all been public, so it's just all whatever you see there is what we have. We don't have any major investors behind the scenes offering us thousands of dollars to make the movie. We're not offering points on the film, so we don't have these people that are getting a percentage on the back end or something. It's just what you see is what we have.
Okay.
What you see is what you get.
And say worst case scenario, you only have the 13,000. Does that mean that you film only on weekends, or you'd film like during the week as well? Because I know here a lot of people only want to do weekends because they have their day job, and obviously they want to get paid a lot more than what they normally would. So they don't want to leave a week of work and only get like 100, 150 a day. So how does that work there?
We're making the movie no matter what.
No matter what.
Yeah.
Well,
There you go.
with Blood Loss, we filmed all week, and I mean, a lot of those nights I didn't sleep. I stayed up all night.
Right.
I mean, I would go 48, 72 hours without sleeping. I'd stay on
I
set
try
and
to
film
sneak
with
some
the
sleep in,
actors.
but yeah,
So-
there is like no sleep.
So whatever we have to do to get the movie made, that's what we do. And whatever, if I have to rough it, then I have to rough it. And whatever I have to do to get the movie made, that's what we do. So.
Yeah, well, when we did a version, that was 3 days for 8 minutes of footage. But it was where we stayed. It was winter, and we had separate cabins that we walked back to. So like we'd start at 5:30 at night and go till 4 in the morning. And it was just if we had to go a bit longer, and it got done. But people are whinging. Oh, it's cold. It's like, well, deal with it. You make it work.
Just deal with it.
There's a photo of me from Blood Loss where I'm on set with Beatrice, and she's dressed up as Pamela. And my clothes are covered in blood, and it's actually hard. My shirt's hardened, and I had the same clothes on for days. So this is the Blood Loss campaign. We had Ari Lehman. We worked with him on set. In
That was a
some
fun
scenes.
experience.
Ari was Jason Voorhees, and you have Beatrice there. She was Amanda Kruger in the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise.
Oh yeah. So who's playing Jason in this one?
We had a few different people play Jason in it. So in some scenes, it's Christian Bester played him. In other scenes, it's Josh Racine, and then in other scenes, it was another person that wishes not to be announced.
Okay.
But yeah, out of they all did a great job, in my opinion.
Yeah. Okay. And look at that. There's the main man.
Yeah.
There he is.
Nice.
And again, that's so your crowdfunding amount on here in our money is 52,539. So
I'm sorry, what is it?
52,539 Australian.
It's around 34 in American, and that's like gone. We have a little bit left, and that has to go toward. We're going back to finish filming in a few months. It has to go toward the location fees, feeding the actors, props, and things for that round. And then we have to raise probably a little bit more to finish up with Blu-rays and T-shirts and stuff.
And what I like as well is like obviously your perks are very affordable. I've seen some where they start at $100 and they've only got like 3 options: 100, 500, 1,000. Whereas yours, that's why I've jumped on as well because to get some because for example, the screen use police badge is only 23 Australian dollars, and that's affordable. People like myself can afford those sort of perks, and a Blu-ray is only $60 Australian. Obviously, it's you got postage as well, but Jason Mask combo $60. So for me, things like that are affordable. That's why I'm happy to help support these crowdfunders as well, because I can't obviously do the on-set roles or anything like that because of where we are. So some remote roles I'm happy to do, but the other smaller perks I can afford to do them. So that's why I'm happy to help out and support the way I can.
Awesome. Yeah, we appreciate all the support. The audio kind of muffled on me a little bit, but yeah, we definitely appreciate the support. You've been very helpful. We try to keep our perks fun. We're constantly updating them. We've had pet bowls and bandanas, and I mean, there's no way to keep track of all this stuff. Different action figures. We had Michael Myers masks. We had Jason Voorhees masks.
For Halloween, we gave away Scream mask and everything. So.
Oh yeah, we've given away I don't know how many ghost face masks. bling ghost face, purple ghost face,
a devil ghost face.
Yeah, we had the Dead by Daylight ghost face.
And so how do people get into the draws to get those giveaways?
Yep.
All you do is donate to the campaign, and then we automatically put you in. So for the first few, no matter when you donated, we put you into them. The last one was for 2 months only. I think it was October, November. So if anybody that donated in October or November, you get whatever you pay for. Then in addition to that, we put you into the free raffles that you have a chance to hopefully win something extra. And we do, if we say that we're going to do 20 raffles, we end up doing like 40. we just keep going. We just keep going.
Overboard with it. He gets all excited.
Yeah, we do lanyards, t-shirts, hats, action figures. There's too much stuff to remember. Lunch boxes, side steppers.
Oh no! Don't look at me.
Mugs, koozies, all kinds of stuff. So I mean, most people end up with more than what they paid for. And most of our budget is gone.
I see you send a lot of secret perks out as well. Do they work better than people just going straight onto the campaign?
Well, it just depends on what people want. So say if you want to sign up for an associate producer credit and you're kind of buying like another perk at the same time, you can just send me a message, and most of the time I'll try to work out a deal for you so that you save a few bucks. Or people will maybe get the associate producer credit, and then they decide they want to upgrade and get an executive producer credit. So instead of spending the full amount, we'll deduct the cost of the associate producer credit from the executive, so you just pay the difference on it and get whatever it is that you want.
Yeah, okay. That's it. And I guess that works out a lot better value as well. But thanks, guys. I'm going to wrap this up because I know it's late over there. And so I take it everyone here shares the campaign as well, and it just goes out to as many people as you can get it to. Yeah. Yep.
We all pitch in and try our best to just get the campaign out there so we can raise the money that we need to get the movie made, and that's it.
Awesome. Thanks so much, guys. And everyone here in Australia, if you can jump on even if you can't contribute, if you can share, it'll help out a lot. But I'll leave the links also below, and just jump on, check out both campaigns, and even jump on IMDB and check out these great actors that they've got on, and some of the other ones that are on the cast list that couldn't be on here today. But I appreciate you taking your time, everyone, and I'll keep following your progress, and hopefully I can't wait to see the films when they come out.
Right.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks, man.
No worries.
Or good morning, brother.
Yeah, good morning.
Have a good day.
Good day.
See you guys. Bye.
Bye.